This video about brands is sponsored by SimpliSafe. Check out simplysafe.com/Jarvis to find out about their holiday sale. Hello and welcome back to brands doing whatever the f they want. Because who's gonna stop them? Me? So I've talked about the antics of brands on Twitter before, and it hasn't gotten any better, but it has been a while. Today I want to look at not just Twitter, but social media at large, because brands are inescapable, and we just have to live with that. I tweeted asking about what brands have been up to on my Twitter at Jarvis Always Be Plugging. And first off, some random person was like, how are you always plugging Twitter, but don't even have 100,000 followers? Which hurt my feelings. But this is a great opportunity to follow me on Twitter because I am really close to 100,000 followers and people are bullying me. So do your part. I tweeted, I'm making a new video about brand Twitter reply with the nonsense brands have been up to. And what I expected was for a few of you guys to point out some, random tweet threads here and there, which happened. But what I didn't expect is for every brand to find this tweet and reply to me asking to be in the video like like they were little birds fiending for my clout breadcrumbs. I think I've made a bunch of brands upset. Reddit moment. What's poppin', fam squad? Welcome back to another epic subreddit review. She won't text you back, bro. Let's play some Fortnite Battle Royale. This is Jarvis's fault. Is Potbelly okay? Are any of these brands okay? Because everything they post seems like a cry for help. The gang is all here. I don't know if I can describe what it feels like to open up Twitter and find out that Velveeta Cheese has followed you. It's a weird feeling. The Velveeta Cheese Twitter handle is Eat Liquid Gold. Official Twitter feed of Liquid Gold Velveeta. Is that what they call it? In all its delicious forms. What other form? What other forms are there? I thought it was just cheese. Uno was like, we'd never skip this vid, which is sweet, but also pipe down, Uno. No one was talking to you. And I don't want to hear about the actual rules of the game. Nobody wants to know how to play Uno. We play it how we think it's played. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do, no. We heard Zaxby's has been super thirsty lately. Maybe look into that. Is Zaxby's trying to I mean, I'm down. These brands are thirsty for clout, and I don't know how to quench a brand. How do we quench you, Zaxby's? So anyway, this serves my point because all these brands want free advertising and now I'm giving it to them. So that's annoying. It seems like they'll do anything for that sweet, sweet attention. And as if 2020 wasn't a Black Mirror episode enough, everybody seems kind of cool with it now. Like brands are absurd and weird and that's what we've come to expect from them. I guess the big marketing push to turn brands into people was a success. I don't like it. In my last video, I talked about how these brands were trying to be relatable by acting like real people with like specific personality traits. Moon Pie was a stoner. Sunny D was sad. And I guess it worked because that's now what we've come to expect from brands. So the singularity is complete. We are one with the brand. I am brand. I am brand. And because now there's no difference between people and brand, I'd like to do a segment called Brands Are Just Like Us. Before we get into that, it wouldn't be a meta commentary on brands on the internet without an ad from our sponsor. SimpliSafe is a home security system that makes it really easy to keep your home secure. They have a sensor for basically every situation that you can think of, from motion to water to temperature. And it's all really easy to use. I personally wanted a home security system so that I could get myself a video doorbell so that I make sure I don't miss any of my really important packages, as well as a carbon monoxide detector because I don't trust what I can't see. It was super easy to set up and everything had very clear and easy to follow instructions. And it all starts with this guy, the home base. SimpliSafe has a 24/7 monitoring center that'll listen for alerts and call for help when needed. If you want your home to be extra safe over the holidays, check out SimpliSafe's holiday sale. Just visit simplysafe.com/Jarvis to get 30% off your system and get a free HD camera. How simple is that? It's simply safe. Oh, that's why they call it that. Brands are just like us. Wendy's has taken a break from roasting the shit out of people to write fan fiction. What is going on? They started a Wattpad account. And that's weird. We're passionate about our food. So passionate, we had to write about it. The lemonade charade. Or charade. Love, limeade, and deception. These are real stories. People that spent time writing these. The forbidden fruit tea. Courtney Craig is done with dating. Done, that is, until she goes on a weekend trip to Tampa. Love me some trips to Tampa. And meets the love of her life. Unfortunately for her, the love of her life is also the love of someone else's life. Well, now I want to know what happens. Shit, where's the fruit tea come in? Is she in love with the fruit tea? Okay, we gotta read it. 5 chapters? Spoiler alert, I'm gonna skip to the end. Courtney and Jean-Paul watched helplessly as he ran across the beach and onto the dock, boarding a yacht. He turned around and briefly glanced in their direction. Smiling, he held the beverage up to his mouth and took a sip. Then, the yacht was gone. Forever. Well, Jean-Paul said, at least we have each other. Yes, replied Courtney as she stared longingly at the yacht sailing away. The yacht that held the forbidden fruit tea. She turned to Jean-Paul and cocked her head. But is that enough? So fucking dumb. The lemon charade. They say when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Well, what do you do when life gives you a pink slip for no reason? Laura Saunders was unjustly let go from her job as an accountant at a big name firm. Now they're trying to empathize with the working people. It's a little weird coming from like a mega corporation slash Square Hamburgers. Like, what's that about? You know when it's about to be one of those meetings? Honestly, I should have known the second I walked into the office. Nope. My boss, Allison Miller. Why is everybody listed by their first and last names? How relevant is that? My boss, Allison Miller, greeted me at my desk with a kind of lopsided smile. The kind of smile you give to someone whose dog just got hit by a car. What? And I didn't have a dog, so I probably should have realized this was a big fat red flag. Whose dog did she kill? Brands are just like us. Brands are standing BTS, just like us. Check out Bagel Bites. You know, so relatable. Another funny thing about Bagel Bites is that they don't tweet about Bagel Bites ever, which brands are just like us, because I don't ever tweet about Bagel Bites either. Brands are just like us. They play Among Us with friends like us. Here we can see Sunny D, who's clearly made it through the darkness. Wow, they're playing Among Us with Totino's, Bugles, Gushers, Chex Mix. What the fuck is Kid's Foot? Oh, Kid's Foot Locker. That's unfortunate. That's, you've been murdered by a kid's foot. That's gotta be embarrassing. Brands are just like us. Now McDonald's is depressed, but luckily, just like Sunny D, their friends came to their aid. I guess in the form of Fall Guys. The Fall Guys account replied, "This is the most fucking dark Black Mirror shit." Honestly, same. No, I don't know when dark mode is coming out. Also, I'm fine, thanks. Dark mode. Society's in dark mode right now, Facebook. Get your priorities in order. Brands are just like us. Brands are even criticizing brands about how brands use social media like us. Now, I know what you're thinking. This isn't like me at all. I don't play Among Us with my friends, nor do I console them when they're sad. And that's well within your right. But what I know for sure is that you're watching this video right now. And so too was the Slim Jim account when they DM'd me personally to say, "Just finished watching your Dan B video on YouTube. Beautiful stuff. Wanted to tell you that your work made my night," which is heartwarming, and it made me happy. But then I was like, is this some sort of complicated marketing scheme? Like, surely there's a person who runs that account who sent that message, I think. But it is weird to be having a conversation with a beef snack. So I responded the only way I know how, which is with a photo of a Slim Jim that I had in my apartment. To which Slim Jim replied, "That escalated quickly." And it did. We f***ed. Are you entertained? Is this harboring your goodwill with the corporation? Don't think the brands will just stop at words to get your dollar. They'll also do ridiculous stunts. McDonald's was like, "Oh, you don't like it when your food acts like a person? Well, how about your person acting like a food?" And then they cast a curse on Travis Scott and turned him into a Happy Meal. That was not very nice. That was rude, but I ate it. I ate it every day until my tummy went sicko mode. Hi, I'm Dad. They turned poor J Balvin into a chain, which I guess is a pun, because McDonald's has chains. And now J Balvin is Balvin? Well, he's a chain now, so it doesn't really matter. Xbox account is having paternal squabbles in public. I just like the word squabbles. I've never used that word in my life. Where'd that come from? Is that a word?
It is a word.
Damn. Call me Webster. Xbox took the meme that its console looked like a fridge and then made a real fridge and then gave it to two of the most similar people on the planet, Snoop Dogg and iJustine. Shout out to iJustine though. She's super nice. I met her once and she's very inspiring and a nice creator. So, and Snoop Dogg's cool too, but you know, he's Snoop Dogg. Why, you may ask, would they make a fridge? And the answer is that we're talking about it, is why. Snoop Dogg, is your refrigerator running the latest games in 8K? Just kidding, Snoop Dogg's fridge got a red ring of death, so it's getting serviced right now. KFC is trying as hard as it can to be relevant, but we'll never forget, and maybe this is a fun fact to some of you, that KFC used to stand for Kentucky Fried Chicken, and now it doesn't stand for anything. Do you think that's as weird as I think it is? What does it mean? What? So KFC has a dating simulator that someone just told me about, and I haven't looked at it, but it's got a Steam listing, so I'm gonna look at it right now. Y'all, I think I want to Colonel Sanders. Van. Everybody knows Van from the KFC universe. Ashley, are you suggesting I share the secrets of my special saltwater sauce with this novice? I'm disappointed in all of you. Damn Van thick. Look at those thighs. How did he even fit his arms into that jacket? That must be tailored, because those are some interesting proportions. There's a Professor Dog. Man, I actually want to play this, and that's sad. It won't work on me, brands. Doesn't matter how hot, how heartthrob sexy Colonel Sanders is. He's sizzling hot. Want to powder him in some flour and deep fry him, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying, but I know you do. I'm at work right now. I can't keep looking at this picture of Colonel Sanders. What was I talking about? Xbox? Not to be done up by Xbox, KFC announced that it's also creating a console. What are they doing? What is happening? It's so bright. I understand that you want to use your brand color KFC, but like, I can't look at anything this bright. Hey everyone, today we've decided to move the release date of the KF console, by 29 days. The new release date is December 11th. Mark your calendars, everybody. Most likely, there are many emotions and questions in your head, so first and foremost, please accept our humble apologies. It'll take a minute, but I'll get over it. The biggest challenge for us right now is creating a literal console that warms chicken, which requires us to prepare and test many elements of it. Graphics, connectivity, game accessibility, speed, and most importantly, the chicken chamber. I still don't know why KFC Gaming is even a Twitter account, but some things are better left unexplained. My thing is, though, the brands are going to do what they do, but like, there are human beings working on these accounts and people just like trying to make ends meet. And I'm pretty sure their jobs are like undervalued for the content that they're creating. And I saw an article the other day about how like GameStop and some other companies were trying to get their employees to make TikToks so that they could become TikTok famous and more people would come into the store. Fuck that. You don't get to take their creativity away. No, that's free labor. If you want to pay your employees to become TikTok stars, I hope you're ready to pay TikTok star salaries, because this is not a fucking incubation chamber for. GameStop is not Team 10. Also, another thing I forgot is that I was Jake from State Farm for Halloween, and then Jake from State Farm followed me, and so I guess we're consolidating, so I don't know what to do with that information. I mean, that's the endless cycle. Brands do something weird, we all talk about it, they make money, then they keep doing weird stuff, well, we keep talking about it, and the cycle continues, and I'm just a cog in the machine. Am I the same as Steakum? I made you in my own image, son. Papa? Look, I realized by making this video, I'm playing into their hands. It's like a lightning rod for thirsty brands. And I do have a date with Zaxby's after this, so I should probably wrap this up. I have to walk a thin line with these things because not only do these brands exist to make you want to talk about them, because their content is like better than their product most of the time. I've never once wanted to stake them, but the tweets are fire though. I guess the calculus works out for someone somewhere. It's weird. It's weird that I'm doing a bunch of free advertising right now, and then also that I make most of my own income from ad-related things. So I'm no better than one of them. You know, the first video I made about these brands, I actually became friends with the guy who runs the Steakum account. Well, I say kind of became friends because he asked me if I wanted a Steakum hat over DM the other day, to which I said yes. And then he didn't send me the fucking hat. But you know what, Steakum? You sent it to Casey Neistat. I see where your loyalties lie. It's fine, you know? There's other meat in the sea. Anyway, I guess brands can break your heart just like us. I don't know how I feel about this video, but it's over now, so thanks for watching it. Let me know what you thought. Should I continue talking about this, or am I just giving brands exactly what they want? I don't know, because I also benefit. So that makes the incentives kind of strange. So let me know in the comments down below. And so it goes. I'll see you in one of those videos. Thanks to the award-winning home security system SimpliSafe for sponsoring this video. All right, that's it. Thanks to Esther, Sabine, Pilar, Motto, Kusic, Gotlick? No idea if I'm saying that right. If you want me to butcher your name, you know, send me a message on Instagram.